This is our worst nightmare.
I pity the guy lah. He could have cut his hair for how many years already.
Are we just waiting for the Michael Carrick bubble to burst?
When you go one goal down, you have to find these type of players who can actually turn the game around.
Exactly.
Right?
What? Bro. Welcome back to another episode of True Ball Banter, everybody. Today you're with me, Shashi Wags, Liverpool fan, and I'm with
Fabz, United fan for life, and always the peacemaker.
We have our peacemaker back, guys. And with that, the devil has left us.
for now.
Yes, it's 2 hours again in the studio, and we are here actually to talk about United. This episode is going to be about United and what they have been up to, Michael Carrick's resurgence, and Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo, Cunha and everything, and Harry Maguire possibly being United's player of the season. Who would have thought that? No Onana days. Lemons is back. Martinez is playing well.
The good old days.
Exactly. This is like the good old days. I mean, as a Liverpool fan, this is our worst nightmare. It's our worst nightmare. What's happening? I mean,
well, you guys are doing well, bro. Champions League, FA Cup.
Oh, thanks, bro. Keep going.
Yeah.
So yes, by the end of this episode, you're going to understand a little bit about whether or not Michael Carrick is meant to be the person that is going to bring back the glory days, or is it just going to be another stepping stone for another so-called elite manager like Mourinho and Van Gaal to take over and then get them over the line, which ultimately, if you ask any United fan, the goal is winning the Premier League, right?
Yes, the goal is to win the Premier League and also be in a challenging spot season in and season out.
How far are you guys from that?
Actually, to be honest, if we play consistently with the players we have, we also need a few players. I mean, linking midfield and also defensive players. I think we are not that far off. But then again, we are really far behind in the sense of...
If you put it in number of years?
I would say we are behind by 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years because of our financial resources.
That means you are saying 2030 you can challenge for a title or you can actually win it?
By 2030, we should be in the title season, title challenging mode.
Some would say that you're already in a title race. Or you were for about 4 days.
Okay, actually, to be honest, this season is very inconsistent. So even I think Arsenal had many chances to go to really go up the league, but they couldn't. They missed their chances. City, sometimes you expect them to win, but they do not win. Liverpool, I don't know where they are.
Liverpool, they are super bipolar. They have either a terrible season or a great season. So, but who's to say? I mean, we are still in the Champions League, still in the FA Cup, and
you still can make it a successful season. Yeah, I agree.
And we have, it's kind of exciting. I mean, that we have like a new Gerrard with Szoboszlai and his performances. And latest news, Real Madrid are after him as well.
Who are they not after when players are performing well?
I mean, you just have to look at trend.
And then last time...
A reason not to go to Real Madrid is, I mean, Real Madrid is like that ruthless club.
No, right? But Real Madrid will ask you to run your contract down and then get it on a free.
They got the loophole. They got the insights right. Because sadly, every young player's dream is to play for Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Correct.
Very few of them's dream is to play for Liverpool, unless you're from Liverpool itself.
You see, when it comes to Real Madrid and Barcelona, they are currently very financially stricken. But still, they can attract players because of the clout they have, the club and the history.
The aura.
Yes. So, but still now they're doing different tactics. You sign, you run down your contract, you come with us, we'll give you a better deal. Like Barcelona, I think next season they might have issues with signing on Rashford as well because they don't have that much of money.
Would you want to take back Rashford?
Depending on how we play, actually. But Rashford's okay. I think his mindset is good. It's just that I think Amorim has a lot of issues with it's a lot of players.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's get to United.
Correct.
It's still no 5 wins in a row.
I pity the guy. He could have cut his hair for how many years already?
But there has been progress. I mean, I thought they wouldn't... The last minute goals, the Fergie time is kind of back. It feels like the never say die spirit is there. All the good things about how you would remember United to be and how they would play. They're actually playing pretty attractive football, counter-attacking, similar to Fergie times. And they are getting results, which is the most important thing, right? So what are your thoughts about this? Is this going to be, are we just waiting for the Michael Carrick bubble to burst? Or actually can this be sustained? Because it looks like they should get top 4. Look,
Yep.
the way it's going, of course things can change. But what are your thoughts on this? Are you just like, fingers crossed waiting for things to crack? Or do you really believe that, hey, United can go unbeaten and they can actually finish the season strong?
Okay, actually, we really do not know how Michael Carrick metal is because he has been winning games on the trot, and I think the latest blip was the draw. So I hope that he comes out of the draw stronger. So then we can see how is their mentality towards approaching game from a losing or draw perspective. So that could be how we see how good a manager is to turn things around. Like I've mentioned this many times before, even during Amorim's time, if we start winning games, we will build confidence. So everything will look good, but we will not know how good is going to be.
But there's something different about United though. When with Amorim, okay, the last time I felt the feel good factor with United was Ole lah.
Correct.
When Ole was there, maybe it's something about the knowing the playing for the club, But when Amorim was there, or whoever the previous manager was, Ralph Rangnick or whatever, it was the feel good factor was very hard to come by in terms of you would get over the line, you would win certain big games,
Yep.
but you weren't necessarily playing well consistently. You will have one good game here and there, and then you will scrape a result somewhere by luck or whatever. But now it feels like you guys are playing well. I mean, I didn't watch the West Ham game. Your thoughts on that? Do you think, even though it was a draw, did United play well? Did they deserve to win that game?
Actually, United played well. They had chances to score. But I really do not understand sometimes why do they sometimes need to get a knee-jerk situations whereby when they go a goal down or they're chasing a game, then they start to play, they start to push. Because
The urgency comes back.
Yeah, the urgency
right?
comes
Same with
back.
Liverpool, yes.
So the thing is, when you already score 1 or 2 goals, for example, like other games, you should actually go for the kill. Like they waited for even the Tottenham game, they waited for them to be one man down, and they really started to play well. They were playing well. I was not discrediting it, but they should be playing as how they were playing when they were down with the Spurs
But
without 10 men.
sometimes with 10 men, it's harder, right?
Yes, it's
You
more
know,
harder
it's
because they push more players behind the ball. So that's the thing. And to understand Carrick, I think it depends on how he's getting the team.
What blows my mind a little bit is how did Michael Carrick become in the running to get the job? Because he didn't do well in Middlesbrough.
Yep.
So that means definitely he was just a temporary solution, right? Just to stable things until we can find the right manager. Now, if he does well, are you going to give him the job because he does well? But he doesn't have anything in his CV to say that he's...
Based on performance wise, if he's really getting the wins and the percentage and all, I think definitely the board will give him the position for a full-time coach. But the thing is, we need to understand what did Carrick do and what the other managers haven't done. Okay, if you look so far, I've studied some things like foreign managers when they come to United, they will have extra training sessions, tactics, and all those things that they will push into players. Wherever possible. Now with technologies, they'll feed you through your app or through your phone and everything. So I feel like players get confused. I don't know, because maybe British clubs are not like Spanish or Italian clubs. They can feed through tactics and they can blossom well.
Not
with
not every player thinks about the game.
Correct.
Like I know Rafa Benitez had this thing. He had this thing where he even though Carragher was not the best defender, he played Carragher because Carragher had the brain
Yes.
of like a coach, a manager. He
Yep.
understood the game. So maybe that's the problem of what Amorim was facing. He didn't have many players that had the thought about the game.
Correct. And then if you notice, when Amorim was there, when Luis Van Gaal was there, even when Mourinho was there was some complaints that the training session was too heavy on them. And I think when Carrick came in, he actually just reduced all the basic stuffs. Like he came in bringing the feel good factor, reduced the training sessions, and voila, it's like suddenly United has been
But
rejuvenated.
don't you think that is just more of getting the players on his side? So like if you're playing all these games and you're having so many sessions and suddenly your boss says, hey, you got extra 2 days off, you're like, Okay.
Yes.
Now you feel more enthusiastic about work.
So
if
he's
you
playing.
like.
He's playing into their minds actually.
So he's better at the people management
More on the
side.
man management
But I
side.
heard that Carrick was a very good tactician and he's like a coach.
Correct.
He's not like maybe some people discredited Ole's success is because he wasn't a tactician. He was more of a people manager.
Yep.
But Carrick seems to have both. Is this true?
Because Solskjaer, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Carrick was his assistant, right, during that time.
I can't remember, bro. I didn't
If
see the
I'm
bench.
if I'm not mistaken, because he was actually Solskjaer. When I was watching through Solskjaer's tenure, his playing style was good, but he doesn't have the tactical prowess. So basically, when he goes up against European teams or bigger clubs, right, so he has difficulties when they impose a certain blocks. You know, like they have 4 men or 5 men behind the ball, so he doesn't have an answer to it. His way is always
Even Slot doesn't have an answer to it, bro.
pass to the wing cross and try to get a
Yeah.
score. So that's the thing. So Solskjaer, I'm not blaming him for it because he's still young, he's still new to the managerial style. So I think that's why you need someone like Steve McLaren. I think coming back to Sir Alex Ferguson also, during his time he's a management person.
Okay.
But you see the coaches he had, Rennie Morenstein, he even had the Carlos Queiroz person. So
McLaren.
yeah, actually we performed very well during Carlos Queiroz because he was actually
Tactics-wise, right?
tactics-wise, yeah. So that's one thing. So that's why maybe Carrick would have learned all this during his playing time, and he's implementing it now. I think Middlesbrough was a very bad thing for him, but I think
But many would say, if you talk about Pep, right? Pep all throughout his career, he has the best players.
correct.
So you can only be you're good a manager as long as you have the players. And I know that there was a quote from somebody about one of ex players who mentioned that if I'm going to succeed, I need the players. Right?
Correct.
So in a way, maybe Michael Carrick is in Middlesbrough. He can't do much with the team that is
Yep.
poor. So it's not fair to judge him
Correct.
based on Middlesbrough because the players he didn't have the players. Whereas United, you have to say, actually, even though they are out of all the competitions, not in the Champions League or whatever, they actually have top players.
Yes.
If you think about it, they have top players. It's just that they maybe are not a team yet.
Correct.
They are now starting to feel like a team, right? And with Michael Carrick in the helm, do you see, okay, let's say you finish top 4. Would you want him to stay and continue next season? And what is the expectations for next season? If you get top 4, you get Champions League, and now it's top 5 Champions League, right?
Yep.
What's the expectations for next season? Like, how much time will Michael Carrick get before he's sacked in terms of the way he plays, the results they get, the positions he finished, the competitions they win?
See, the question comes back again on how long the board can tolerate your success or your losing streak. You look at Amorim also had the same issue. They know that what types of formation he brings in, and he brought him in, and he didn't compensate him with the players that he wants. So that's the problem with the board.
But with United, I realize it's a challenge. You
Correct.
always need to sign commercially driven players because
Yep.
they think about shirt sales. They think about, is this a Man United player because they are a global brand?
Correct.
They don't. They for lack of a better word, I think Ganesh would love this, lah, bro. If you're watching this episode, is they only sign attractive players, bro. They
All
want
the famous players.
all the handsome players that want can be actors and all, but which is a bit sad because a manager wants to work with players that are going to die for the badge
Yep.
or die for him. Klopp signed players that would run
Yeah,
through a brick wall for him.
when
you
you
know?
go one goal down, you
Yeah.
need to find this type of players who can actually turn the game around. Right?
Exactly. And when the manager's voice is not being heard, you want the players.
Correct.
We all know about Bruno's antics when he's losing. Great as a player, is he? And it's kind of funny to see Roy Keane kind of have to swallow his words because he was talking about how Bruno is not captain material.
Correct.
And rightly so lah, in many ways because of what happened in the 7-0 and his performances in his general demeanor, throwing his arms up and all this crap. But I've seen less of that from him. And also, his kind of leadership is more of, give me the ball, I'll do something.
Correct.
He's not the kind of the leader that is the Roy Keane kind, or I don't know what other types of leaders is there. So I feel Bruno has taken the criticism very well and is still shown up for United. Because would you say he's in your all-time Man United 11, Bruno?
The position he plays, I think he's competing with Paul Scholes and all. So Paul Scholes, maybe a little bit of
Brian Robson, so
Brian Robson.
Roy Keane.
Yeah. So all those players, but he definitely has a shout out to
Shout
Ila.
out to be
Yeah.
in there. That shows his impact since the pandemic.
Correct.
He joined in 2020, the last 6 years.
And one thing I like about Bruno and Maguire also, I mean, I don't give praise to Maguire that much. The problem is, you see, the ex players are giving really a slack time to them, and they're not giving any chance whenever they do mistakes. But they are willing to sit down and perform well when it's needed to. So one thing, hats off to them. Like Maguire came out with the Mykonos incident stronger, I believe, and Bruno also the same thing. Like this season, he's playing with a new life, I guess, or maybe he's playing for Saudi contract. I'm not sure.
No lah, he had a chance to go. United wanted to sell him, but wow, what a turnaround for him. Okay, maybe we'll take a break, but before the break, I just want to get your permanent starting 11. What is United's best 11 with the current core of players and the formation that you will play?
I would go with how Carrick formation, which is 4-3-3 lah.
Okay, tell me the players.
4-3-2-1, I believe.
Okay.
So on the right would be who's this guy? Dalot. Left is Luke Shaw, and Maguire probably with delete if he's fit lah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Let's say all the players are fit lah.
Yeah, and then Lemon's confirmed as a goalkeeper. Casemiro alongside Kobe Mainoo for sure, and Bruno Fernandes playing a bit above him. Ahmad plays on the right. On the left, it could be Dorgu, or it could also maybe if Mason Mount plays there also, it could be a good option. And obviously Mbemo and they miss out anyone. Definitely not
4-3-3. You have three more players because you have a 3-man midfield now.
Yeah, three.
You only have 3 at the top. You said Ahmad,
Casemiro, Mainoo and Fernandes.
Who's the 3 at the top?
So it'll be Mbemo, Bruno and
No, Bruno is midfield.
oh yeah, sorry.
Mbemo?
Mbemo, Ahmad, and on the left it could be either Cunha or maybe someone, or maybe Sesko, or interlinking with each other. Yeah.
Because I thought always Mbemo and Ahmad played the same position.
Yep. But Ahmad is quite disciplined compared to Mbemo. Mbemo stretches the play.
And yeah, actually I forgot about Delete a bit because of Martinez's performances. So
correct.
You would prefer Delete instead of Martinez?
Martinez is good, but because of his injuries, right? So maybe if he's prolonged now, he's much more fitter. But I won't discredit when he's playing well. But let's give him a run of the games first, lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back. All right. Welcome back. We hope you had a good break, and we are back to talk about United, the so-called best club in the world.
I like the way you talk about United much, bro. You're a Liverpool fan.
Today I'm not wearing my jersey, that's why. But yes, I think after Real Madrid, United have kind of if you talk about global...
The pool, right?
Yeah, interest. Hopefully in the next 10 years it goes down some more.
You want us to be like Newcastle, right? After 70 years winning the right.
Leeds. Dream come true. Then Ganesh will officially become an Arsenal fan.
He'll be old by then, bro.
Okay, so yes, we're back to this and we want to find out we want to have a discussion about Michael Carrick because a lot of us are starting to think, at least from the Liverpool side, we're starting to think that, hey, this is a bit scary what United are doing. I have to be honest, right? You guys beat City, beat Arsenal pretty convincingly, and you guys are starting to build the momentum, and out of nowhere when Liverpool was supposed to finish in the top 4, you guys have for a few days almost challenging for the title and are pretty close to City as well.
Yep.
And given how much City have spent and what kind of manager they have, and United, and this is just United who apparently had their worst season last season.
We were 6 points behind City at one point, right?
At one point, yeah. So my thoughts is that Michael Carrick could have unlocked something and could be the key to being his start of his managerial journey. And I'm not saying he's going to be the next Sir Alex, but he could be the next manager that brings some form of stability and possibly success. Some would say Ten Hag was a success because he won trophies, right? But I think the real success for United fans that you all are dying to see is Premier League competence. That means challenging for the title and no longer being bullied by teams, right? So you have a different thought on this. So maybe you can share why you think differently.
Okay, honestly, I feel okay. Carrick has brought the feel good factor to United. The way they play, the way they respond to setbacks. I'm very happy to see when they go a goal down or when they were behind, the way they rally and they try to
Mm.
score to get an equalizer or win the game, especially even during the 90 minutes and all. So, but they still the never say die attitude is good. But the thing is, Carrick has done a lot of good things, especially training, man management, bringing back the players like Kobe Mino and everything, and also he's built a good reputation back at the what do you call it youth level as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even the parents came to them and thanking him for being the manager and
Yeah.
understand it. So that is all the good things that he has. But my question is still I won't say question. I still feel the jury is still out because in a sense that he he has been through the winning side of it,
Mm.
winning side of United. Of course, there
This
was
during his playing days.
correct, and
Right.
also he has been through setbacks. I mean, during his manager time, during his Middlesbrough, and also at this time now he's on a high. He's winning games. So the thing is, okay, example, if he were to okay, the last game he drew, so that's also a mini setback, and to see him how does he come back out of it, that makes him a good manager.
Mm.
So we haven't really see how he comes out of a setback. Like I've mentioned this before also lah. Even when Amorim came in with the new players this season, is how fast we win.
Mm.
If we win few games down the trot, players will have confidence
Yeah.
in whatever you do. It doesn't matter who you are because I won't say, oh, because I'm a legend, you are listening to me. No one listens anymore.
Mm.
Some of them not even born during the era where United won the league
Yeah.
also. So yeah,
True.
so that's the thing. So Carrick comes in just like any other managers, and he needs to build a reputation. So everyone looks up to him now because he's winning games. Like I said previously, also that he's also reduced the training sessions,
Mm.
which give them more leeway for them to relax. And so he's a good man management, similar to Ole's style. But then again, this how he comes out from the blip. So let's example
Mm.
if he wins the game after this, then maybe
It
he has
shows lah.
some he
Yeah.
has some clout in it. Now if he constantly draws and all, see people will start saying, oh, he's just another manager.
Exactly.
So
True.
so it depends on how he bounces back. I also read that during this 11 days gap where he didn't have any FA Cup competitions and
Mm.
all, it's good that he didn't go anywhere. They wanted to did some marketing stint in other countries, I think.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, but I think it didn't happen. And I heard that Michael Carrick stayed on training ground and implemented training sessions just to get small things done correctly.
Mm.
So I think it's good steps, but let's see how it goes, lah, bro.
So let's say, and I, from what you're sharing, I can see it's basically the getting over the
Yep,
a blip. How long does your blip last, right? Because
correct.
even Liverpool were not winning a game this whole year until quite late in January. I
Correct.
think they won their first game in the Premier League or whatever. So it's that blip, right? Getting over that blip. If let's say you were given a choice to take any manager in the world right now, whether it's mid-season or starting of next season, start afresh, which manager or caliber of manager do you think will be suited to the United job, that they can implement their style and it will be effective with the current crop of players without needing like a whole transfer overhaul? Because every new manager comes in, you have to get
Yep,
your own players and all that crap.
I agree.
With the current crop of players, besides Michael Carrick, which manager do you think can get the best out of your players?
I looking at okay. Currently, United have high hopes of getting Ancelotti and Tuchel, which I don't. I disagree to them. Even they wanted to get Gareth Southgate. I don't think they are the right mold into United's current crop.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I'm looking at it this way, lah, because Crystal Palace manager Oliver Glasner decides to leave at the end of the season. Why not him?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a young manager, and I believe, of course, you guys will say Amorim is also young. Oliver Glasner is good, but he's willing to. Looking at the way Crystal Palace play, right? He's willing to tweak, even though he has the Amorim type of formation, but he's willing to tweak during games also, and he's willing to listen and adapt to players'
That's a good shout.
mobility lah. So I think he could be a good choice. But then again, let's say, okay, I'm really touching wood. If let's say Carrick goes on a 10-game winning streak, I think he's in the running to get,
He has every right to say like,
yeah,
hey, give me the job, right?
correct.
But shouldn't the United board be stronger willed than that and have been there and done that before, knowing that, hey, yes, I know you're getting results. We are very happy, great.
Yep.
But we know this is not going to last, you know. We know that we need to get a proven Premier League manager who has actually taken a smaller club and won trophies with them.
Correct.
You know, Crystal Palace won the FA Cup, beat Liverpool in the Community Shield. They're punching above their weight, lah.
Yes.
Literally, right? And they lost Eze also. So I think for me that would be the show of class from United.
Correct.
By telling, no matter what you do, Carrick, great, but we've been down this road before. You know, your time will come, maybe, don't know when,
Correct.
but we will get a manager in. If you are welcome to stay as his understudy, because we know the club's success is not predicated on temporary wins.
Yep.
It's about more what are we building in the long term, right?
Because I think if like Oliver Glasner comes in also, I feel even though Carrick, he should not look at it as a downgrade. He should actually be the coach of the reserve, the youth team, and he should be the one feeding the players into the first team. That's how actually everyone's talking about United's DNA. But what is United's DNA? It's not the attacking prowess, bro. It's the class of 92. You see how the class of 92 came in, and they're willing to take off big names. Ryan Giggs covering Keslinski, Roy Keane
That's a
coming
really good
in,
point.
Paul Ince goes off, and then right back Gary Neville, and then left back this guy Dennis Irwin also moving on later on. So all those players all coming in by class of 92, bro. So
And then you integrate it with a few
yes,
world class signings.
and I've seen that. Okay, now like Carrick, Michael Carrick has I think his son also was there. Darren Fletcher's 2 children also was there, and JJ Gabriel, I heard, is a hot prospect.
And they're not just they're not you're not saying that you just bring them in because it's part of the culture.
Correct.
They are merited to be there. Like
Yes.
they are actually, that means, if actually, that's a very good shot. What if Michael Carrick was to focus on the reserve and bring in better young players,
Correct.
and build in there? That's where you get. But that's the problem with today. Nobody's willing to wait, bro. Nobody cares
That's the
about
thing.
waiting and building for success. They all just want results now.
Correct. And then the problem is, it also question the board. How long can the board tahan you? I mean, how can they really see, okay, I give you 3 years contract. I wait till the end of the 3 years to see
It needs
whether
to be
you really,
happening. Yeah. I
Correct.
saw a very interesting post on socials about Sir Alex Ferguson, because people have been saying, oh, you need to give managers time, give managers time. But Sir Alex Ferguson, in his first season or whatever, I think they brought him from, don't know what position, United from what position, they brought him to 11. Then the second season, they finished second. So, yes, he was given time, but they could see progress,
correct.
right? I think what Amorim didn't show is progress.
And
Right.
yes, Amorim was very stubborn also, because even though he really pushed to the limit, because the season he finished 15, right? He didn't want to change anything. He just wants
the
to
fact that he still
Yeah.
had his job.
Exactly.
Then it's actually
He
pretty-
was very arrogant. I mean, I really say he's arrogant because he didn't want to say, he don't want to do anything. He just want to maintain as it is. Why doesn't he have this concept? Okay, let's try to push at least to top 10,
Yeah.
just to prepare your credentials and everything. No, but he doesn't want to. So that's why you push the board's hands to actually sack you.
And then his post-match, his interviews pre-match and all that.
Exactly. I think he nailed his own coffin by talking about the youth.
Or he escaped the prison lah.
He became a millionaire, bro.
Yeah, overnight.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so I can kind of see your point about Michael Carrick. Guys, let us know as well. What are your thoughts? United fans, yes, I know you're out of the cave. Enjoy it. Yeah, put in your comments. Are you pro Carrick, or do you see another manager like Oliver?
Yeah, I've got a question for you. Okay, you're saying that now Liverpool are not really performing well under Slot, right? Let's say, okay, example, if let's say the board were to evaluate Slot and decide that he's not the right person to go, who would you think would be the next manager for you? Do you want to bring someone who is a ex-player like a Gerrard or Xabi Alonso who's available now, or do you want to bring a proven manager?
I think Liverpool fans, because they did the board and the recruitment wanted to get Jabi in the first place.
Okay.
So they'll definitely go for Jabi. So it's not just because he's an ex-player.
Okay.
That has to play a part, lah.
Yes.
Right? Because there is some connection with the fans, and I think that's what Klopp had. Slot, shockingly, he won the Premier League, but if you really ask the fans, I don't think he has built a strong enough connection with them.
He told them about the low block, right?
Yeah. he's very transactional with the fans. Like, I like some fans got triggered by Klopp because he would call them out. But whereas Slot is very politically correct. He only says the right things. He doesn't call out any fans. He's like always plays it safe. But Klopp, his heart is in the game. If he was upset with some fans' behavior, he will call it out.
Yeah, he'll tell it off. Right?
And that shows that he's emotionally invested with our club. And we Liverpool fans love that. So I think that's what's a little bit missing from Slot, and that's why I think if Slot was to go, Alonso would be the main man for me, because there is this already unspoken trust with the fans, and what he did with a team like Leverkusen,
unbeaten, right?
Yeah, shows that he has if given time and given power, unlike Real Madrid where you have no power, he can actually implement something good. But then again, it'll be a challenge for him, because how do you manage Van Dijk?
Correct.
How do you manage Salah? These are bigger players than possibly even him, right? If Alonso's system doesn't fit Salah, Van Dijk, it's going to be the same thing. Mixed zone comments again.
Frimpong will be happy.
Words and Frimpong will enjoy it. Yeah, but those are my thoughts. Yeah, I think it will be Alonso, first choice. Second, maybe...
How about any managers from the Premier League?
Premier League managers.
Suddenly Arteta gets sacked.
Oh no, bro. Hell no, bro. No way. No Arteta. It'd be interesting if Pep is interested in
Liverpool,
leaving Man City and trying something new. Imagine Pep at... I think the fans... It'd be a bit difficult because we had a rivalry with him, but I think we'll be okay. Because his personality is quite unique.
Maybe Pep, if he goes to another club overseas and comes back to Liverpool, maybe yes.
Possibly. Other managers in the Premier League...
How about... what do you think about Newcastle's manager,
Eddie Howe?
I
don't like him.
Okay.
I don't like him, his character and personality whenever he plays against Liverpool. He had a beef with Klopp. So whoever has a beef with Klopp has a beef with me.
Okay.
So yeah, those are my thoughts. Finally, we want to end on a positive note, right? And I think United-wise, one of the key positive things is, of course, no Onana, right?
Safe pair of hands.
But who has been your standout? Because I can't help but looking at Bruno, Mbeumo, and Sesko all of a sudden, right? They have been so inspiring, and you start to think where were these players, right? Okay, Mbeumo's first season, right? Amidst all the chaos, and also he went for the AFCON as well. He has been super solid. His passing, his play, his assists, his movement,
stretches the play,
everything he does.
Yep.
His timing of runs. But Bruno has been by far, he could beat the assist record, right, set by Henry and De Bruyne. Do you think he will do it?
Yeah, I think he will do it, because he is the type of player. Give me the ball, I will do it. So he likes people play through him, so he likes it.
And he takes corners.
Correct.
He takes free kicks, and he's he's one player when he has the ball. They would say when De Bruyne has the ball, don't let him look up.
Yes.
Or Gerrard has the ball. Scholes has the ball. Once he looks up, it's game over. Even before the ball leaves his foot, right?
But Casemiro doesn't look, bro, when he passes.
Casemiro is different. Bro, Casemiro wanted to be a striker, right?
Yeah.
Then too many competition, he chose midfield. But he's scoring goals in corners and all.
You look at the way he passed to Cunha, bro.
But I have to say, Casemiro, not bad. After all the criticism, football left him and all that crap. Like Carragher.
Thank you, Carragher.
If this is indeed his last, his farewell, right, at United, he's really showing why he's a top player and why he won 5 Champions Leagues.
Correct.
Right? 5 Champions Leagues, man. You don't mess with that.
Coming back to your question, that you're talking about all the heroes that... Okay, those players that you mentioned are all scoring goals and assisting, But let's look at timely emergence of Lisandro Martinez. Because Martinez also came in at the time where the team is doing well. So he also brings a good his stability to the team also from the defense point of view. And everyone is making fun of him because of his height and his tackling ability. You know, he goes all out and everything. But you saw the way he holds the ball, pulls the ball aside, drags back and everything. He got the skill, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. In the Premier League, you get criticized for that, like, because you look at all the long throws. Arsenal considered the long throw from a throw-in the
Arsenal
other day.
play corner as well to score.
That's the problem with this thing. I mean, that's why it's very hard for a manager to play a defender who has a height disadvantage, because they know the opponent is going to attack you.
Yep.
They'll put a tall striker. Every corner kick is going to be, yes, you can win some, but you cannot win all.
Correct.
And that's a problem. And that's why VVD, Van Dijk, Ferdinand had a huge advantage. They were freaking tall.
Yep.
They can win most things. So there and there, you win the first battle before you even play.
Your presence there is already make a difference already. Even because the striker is a bit shorter or doesn't have the height, they will be intimidated first of going against you. So
who has been your United player of the season so far, in terms of... let's not just look at goals and assists. We talk about man of the match performances and also influence on the team. Who do you think has been your player of the season?
I think I mentioned this earlier in the season. I think I still stick with Mbeumo.
He's your player of the season, right?
Yeah, because the way he's not like Cunha. Cunha is more like a flair player. He's the player that really stretches the game like crazy. He doesn't care, man.
And for me, it's something weird about him. He looks slow, but he's actually fast.
Yeah, he looks very slow.
But he's
I
actually
don't know,
fast.
his appearance is showing to people that he can't move. But the moment he runs, bro.
He runs with his stomach in front, bro.
You and his
He's
stomach.
got like a pregnant belly, but then
he's the most Salah with a belly, bro.
But I mean, kudos to him, because it's not easy coming to United at this time.
And also Ahmad, bro. Ahmad has really mentioned.
But that's the thing about Ahmad. Ahmad, my worry for him is he doesn't have a proper position.
Correct.
This wing backs, full backs, all this I just don't get it, bro.
Yep.
I feel you need... Like, Dogu is left-footed, he's playing on that side, I can get it. I can see him like Alphonso Davies. Like, he has that vibe. He has that technical ability and gift with the left foot where he can just go on marauding runs and it's a threat. Evra was a lot like that.
Yes.
Right, Evra, I mean, he didn't score many goals, but he was like, the speed he had, Evra. So, Ahmad, if he doesn't nail down a position, I think he's just going to become like, James Milner, where he can play all kinds of positions, but never really nailing down a spot.
Actually, I'm going to be a bit of a... I'm just going to put this as... I'm just going to throw it down now. I think Ahmad can play in a role where how Trent plays, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because he's a very good defender. He can defend very well, but he should not play in a right back position. More on a right wing back on the right hand side, where he has room to defend and he can accelerate with his pace.
I disagree, man. I think Ahmad, for me, he should be Mbeumo's understudy. Yeah. So if Mbeumo doesn't play,
plays there, Mbeumo should be in front of him. So both should be a good play a proper foul.
I think you need a proper right back. Dalo, I'm sorry I'm so done with Dalo.
I don't know. I really have bad vibes with him.
I think if you get a proper right back, Mbeumo plays in front of the right back.
Yep.
And he tracks back as well. He gives his all. And if you want to sub Mbeumo, then you bring Ahmad. Ahmad should be thinking, how do I replace Mbeumo?
Oh, actually, Ahmad can actually play on the front three, right? Mbeumo can place right at the top. Ahmad can place on the right. They both can interchange, actually. Actually, Mbeumo, wherever he plays, the other players compensate going to the other way. And suddenly, Sesko is playing well.
Yeah. And the goals... I saw a few clips of him and he takes shots very quickly. He wants to find the back of the net. This proves that Ganesh was wrong. He said that he's not a striker. He is a striker.
He is a striker. He's a very predominant striker.
I feel Sesko needs to be a bit more like Zlatan.
Correct.
A bit of a mean streak. I feel he's too nice.
Yep.
He's easily shrugged off. He needs to be a bit mean. Last time in the Premier League, you leave one in on the defender, make sure they are there. Now these strikers all super soft. They're like so nice. all.
You should have
kissing
someone
and
like
all.
Drogba, like
Yeah.
when I'm there, everyone gets
Exactly.
scared.
I feel the Premier League has
Even like
become.
Torres also when he plays against United, I think Vinicius will be worried.
We say the Premier League is 100 miles per hour, but it's actually pretty soft in terms of the players you're producing or bringing in. It's
they're
like,
protecting them because with all the fouls and it's new rules and all.
all right. So before we end, this has been an interesting episode, and we actually want to make sure we talked about Michael Carrick and whether could be the future for United or whether it's just a temporary stopgap and whatever. But before we end, we did put a poll out on who was having the better season, Bruno Fernandes or Szoboszlai, and we got majority of the votes said Bruno Fernandes, and we know it's all you United fans that just want to
You
support
got
him.
jinxed, huh?
My thoughts is that Szoboszlai can play more positions than Bruno, and he's having a wicked season, man. Left foot, free kicks, everything. Those are my thoughts. Your thoughts on, if you were being unbiased, who would you say is having a better season?
Honestly, Bruno is getting all the title win. The front headliners and all because he's assisting and he's scoring. Szoboszlai he's actually taking things for the team. He's playing in various positions and he's just sitting there and just playing what he's supposed to do. But if you ask me, if he nails down a position for himself, he can really perform well. I think Szoboszlai was one of the players that I wanted United to get actually before Liverpool got him. So he was very good. I mean, he's turning out to be a good player. So
Yeah, his shots are amazing, and for me, what I like about him is he never stops running.
but you need to nail down a proper position for him to actually.
But if you look at Gerrard's career, right?
Correct.
He started right wing. Rafa Benitez played him. He started midfield. Then Rafa Benitez played him right wing in that season, and then he played right back, and then he played behind Torres. So he was that good that he could cover so many positions in the pitch. This season has been a nightmare for our right backs for Liverpool. All ACL, injured, whatever crap.
Correct.
So Szoboszlai has been like a James Milner, but even in that position, he's got the influence on the team. He covers so much of the pitch. The only thing that I think gives Bruno the edge is that he's been doing it for so long.
Yes.
He's been so consistent with a pretty shitty team. He's been doing it for so long.
Yep.
Szoboszlai has had pretty good players around him. So that's why Bruno has maybe a little bit of an advantage.
But being a utility player has a lot of downfall to it. Like you see how Rooney is to the team.
You end up being a scapegoat lah.
Yeah, you play on the left wing.
Mangsa lah. Who finishes higher, Liverpool or Man United?
Definitely United, bro.
What? Bro, at the start of the season, all it was different story.
You down lah. You asked down, right?
Yeah, so you actually say United finish above.
Yeah. I hopefully they can, but
Percentage, give me a percentage.
I would say I believe United and Liverpool will qualify to Champions League. I think Aston Villa will drop. I seriously feel they will, because they are not consistent recently. But my heart says United will be above Liverpool lah. But it could be just 1 or 2 points difference only, bro. Because it's just a matter of a few points
Bragging
difference.
rights, bro.
Yeah, that's all.
Bragging rights.
Hopefully you guys win something, or else you'll be joining our club.
Well, I think there's a good chance United can finish above Liverpool because Liverpool are still in 2 other competitions. Correct. And personally, I would want Liverpool to prioritize the Champions League and win the Champions League because that's the only way we can salvage a pretty disappointing season.
FA Cup still got, bro.
Yeah, FA Cup too, more than merrier. Just win a trophy lah.
Yep.
Just win a trophy because from all what it looks like, it could be Van Dijk, it could be Salah's last season or whatever.
Yep.
Slot may go as well, we don't know. But for me, I think both United and Liverpool will finish in the top 4. Who finishes above? You know what my heart says.
The man without a shirt.
Alright, so with that, thank you so much everybody for joining us.
Thank you guys. See you soon.
Episode. We'll see you in the next one.